Michelle, can you hear me? Michelle, can you hear me? I think you're muted. Can you hear me? You're muted.
There we go. Now can you hear me, Janelle?
Yeah.
All right, great. I can hear you and I can see you.
Good. How are you?
How was your day today? I'm good. Look, moving and shaking in and out of meetings and closing deals. It's been an excellent day. How about yourself?
It's been pretty good.
Wonderful. You look relaxed too this time. You look more relaxed. You're not outside like you were the first probably 5 or 6 Monday moments.
Yeah. I've overwhelmed myself, so I have to just relax.
Okay. Look, it looks good on you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And here comes Michelle. Here comes Michelle. She's coming in right on cue. There she is. Hey, Michelle, can you hear us? Can you see us?
Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you and see you. Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Try speaking again. You can hear us now. Hold on. But that's good.
I can't hear you guys at all. Can you hear me?
You can't hear us? Yes.
We can hear you.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna try typing in the
Why
chat.
can't
if
I
you can't
hear
hear us.
anybody?
Let's see. Where's the chat?
It keeps giving me numbers. 13016437928.
That's me. Hold on, I'm gonna call Michelle. Janelle, hold on one second. Let me call Michelle and tell her.
Okay.
Oops, that's Aaron. Yep. Hey, I can't hear you guys at all.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's a little difficult. It's not. Oh, there's. All right, I'm in the chat area, but it's not. It's saying that I have no. Is not streaming live on custom live streaming. Okay, I got the chat screen up. Okay, it gets confusing when you can't hear. All right. Thank you. Bye. Hey, Janelle.
Hi, can you hear me?
Okay, great. That worked. That worked?
Can you hear me, Michelle?
Janelle, what I had her do, just in case, use the chat feature in case she can't hear you. If we have to use that as plan B, we'll have you all alternate when it's time to talk. Because I'm gonna come off of this line. I'm gonna make her the host. I'm gonna see if that works so that you can both hear each other. Let me make her the host. Okay. Okay, I see the chat working. Okay, I'm gonna step away.
Okay, I see you again.
I see
Can you
you.
hear me?
I can hear you. Nope.
Hey, everybody. I know it's 7 o'clock and we are starting Monday's Moments. We are just having a little bit of a technical issue. So tonight might be a little interesting, and it's actually the first segment of our series that we have going. And Janelle and I both have new.
Can you
Okay,
hear me,
sorry.
Michelle?
I was getting messages, but I don't get it. But so what we're doing is, as we discussed last week, we're doing a series on what's been going on in the nursing homes, or I'm sorry, rehabilitation centers that are, well, nursing homes. So Janelle and I have done a lot of research to try and see what we could find. And Janelle, I'm going to ask you, if, doing this, were you surprised at how many are out there?
I was surprised. I didn't
It's
know.
incredible. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's really, really scary. So I have a story that we can go on, and then Janelle's gonna go, and she's got a piece that she's gonna go over, and we'll take some questions, and hopefully we can give you some information and what to look for to make sure that your loved one is safe if they have to be in that environment. This is the reason the Doodle Den Foundation was created and formed. Unfortunately, I had to spend quite a while in a couple of them consecutively, and I can honestly say it was one of the worst points of my life.
Mm.
And I wanted to give up, and one of our board members now, but she's my best friend, Steph Ferber. I always call her by her maiden name. Oh, and she's been married for 22 years. But Stephanie Ferber, who's also on the board, came in and seen me and was like, "No, this isn't you. You need to fight." And I said, "If I'm doing this, God left me on this earth for a reason. My work isn't done, and I have no idea what he wants from me." And it evolved into the Doodle Den Foundation. And what we're here for is to help a group of people that seem to always get forgotten about. It's not a real thing. But yet it's just starting to come out more often because of the using nursing homes as a rehabilitation center only started within the last 10 15 15 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, if you couldn't take care of yourself at home, you stayed in the hospital. But then we got insurance companies and, unfortunately, for-profit nursing homes, which means you are their dollar sign. That's all you are. And to prove this, if you're in a nursing home, and I'm saying this because it happened to me. If you are in a nursing home, regardless for how long, and okay, I took a mini stroke, back to the hospital. Obviously, I wasn't coming back, I was being admitted. And if you're not back by midnight, they walk in the next day, put everything you own in boxes, and call your family member to tell them to come pick it up. Even if you're getting out in 2 days and you're going to need to go back. And I was told it's an empty bed that somebody else, we can let somebody else use. We're not going to lose the money. So you're going to take somebody out of a place that's been there for months and then make them start over from scratch, really. All new people, all new. And it's very, very hard because when you're in these positions, a lot of times you may not be able to verbalize what's going on. You may not be able to react to what is going on. And this is what I'm noticing through the articles, through everything is, and maybe somebody out there can even answer this for us. What exactly is the vetting process for an employee, any type of employee in a nursing home, other than a quick state check through criminal investigation? What is there? Is that it? Because, see, here's my thinking with this and where it's wrong. How many people do things illegal or hurt other people and they're not caught? They're still walking around. There's thousands of them. You know why? Because they haven't been caught yet.
Right.
So, like, are they going and checking their personal social media to get to see who they are as a person? Are they checking into references, personal or, job? And I don't want to make this a political thing in any way, shape, or form, because everybody has their own views. And right now, our political landscape is in complete disarray.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, a lot depends on this election, because depending on who gets elected does impact the Doodle Den Foundation as well as our own personal business. So I just want to throw this out there. And I'm not saying everybody that works in nursing homes are bad. And I'm not saying everybody that, that every nursing home is bad. They're not. There are good ones out there, but not many.
Agreed.
So I want to talk to you guys tonight about a story. See, now the Doodle Den Foundation is trying to make it. See, we offer things so that people don't need to go into nursing homes. Or we're attempting to make it so that instead of rehabilitation, like either a specific hospital for rehabilitation with people that are trained in rehabilitation medicine,
Right.
or were they home? And that's where we come in with help with copays, help with getting ramps on, helping with the service animal program that we're starting, the campground. There's so many aspects, but we can't do this without everybody's help and coming together. So to ask yourself, how can I help? There's a few ways. You can go to www. Wait a minute. Okay. www. The Doodle Den Foundation Can you hear my cat?
Can you hear me?
.org. The Doodle Den, and on there we take, if you would like to give a monetary donation, we do accept PayPal and Venmo. If you do not have either one of those, please reach out to us by either our email, which is the Doodle Den Foundation. Oops, I got to learn how to type. I got to learn how to get my hands to work. At AOL.com. Or you can call us at 401 585 2536, and somebody will get back to you and we can help if you need to use another payment method.
Mm-hmm.
Also, on the bottom of our webpage, if you would like to send a check, the address where the check gets sent is there. So you can also do it that way. Also, remember, we are a 501c3. We are a nonprofit organization, so donations are tax deductible. The other thing, if you are in the state of Maine, we need volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
We need volunteers to go into the nursing homes. And tonight you're going to learn a little bit as to why. And to keep eyes on people. Because a lot of times people don't have a lot of visitors that come in and out. And that leaves room for some not so great things to happen. So there needs to be people that are constantly coming in, talk to them about how their day is, not about their illness, not about their injury, but about them. Let them be human with you for a little bit. So we need volunteers for things like that. Also, different fairs and fundraisers we need volunteers for. So we can use any help. Again, you can email us at that email address or call us at that phone number. Another thing that you can do is if you have medical equipment like toilet seat extenders, dressing sticks, walkers, wheelchairs that are still in good condition, we would be very grateful for any of those donations as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of ways that you can help. And if you also visit our store at www.thedoodledennllc.com, that's actually our for-profit store. However, 10% of all sales goes directly to the nonprofit organization. So not only are you shopping and getting some incredible buys, you're also donating because that 10% will be put to the foundation in your name. So you'll also be donating to charity. So that's some of the ways that you can help. Janelle, if you can think of any others.
Can you hear me?
were
No.
you saying?
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to try something. This happened once before. I think I might know how to fix this. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, I fixed it.
How?
Okay. All right. I just that, you know what? That just like clicked into my head. That makes this so much easier.
Good.
Another way that people can help is by spreading the word. Share our videos, like and comment. Share, follow, comment. Those, the more the word gets out, the better it is. The more reach we have, the more people we can help.
Right.
So, as me and Janelle have been doing, next week we're going to go over some statistics, which are completely mind blowing. And tonight hi pumpkin. We're going to go over a few things. Something clicked to me. And Janelle, I'm going to see if it clicked to you as well, because it's kind of mind blowing. On the article that we're going to go over tonight, one of the articles, you had said to me that, oh, that was from 2023. It was. However, it was December 2023. So it was right at the end of the year. He just now got arrested. So that's 7 months. Well, 6.5 months.
Wow.
It took them to do absolutely anything.
Yeah.
How is that okay?
It's not.
It completely blew. I was like, wait a minute, it was 2020. That was only this past December.
Right.
So I'm going to go over the story. We can talk about it a little bit. And then Janelle wants to go over a few things that she's got.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to, let me get this on here. I'm actually going to read this because it kind of took me by surprise. Now, here's the reason why I picked this. This isn't just a problem in Maine. This is a problem throughout the country. And in the last few months, there have been numerous stories in the media, both in like print, on the news, over media, you name it, about abuse cases of people that were in rehabilitation. And you're hearing more and more of this, and this spreads out through the country. And that's also why we need your help. We have the goal within 5 years of having a chapter in every state in New England. In 10 years, we hope to be moving throughout the rest of the country, because this is a country problem. And the Doodle Den wants to be the safety net that so many people need, regardless of income or age. Usually, what I've noticed with a lot of nonprofits, and Janelle, you can let me know what you think, but a lot of nonprofits, you have to make a certain amount, you have to be a certain age, you have to have a certain, disability. Like, there's hoop after hoop after hoop you have to jump through.
Yep. Not all, but some.
We're trying to, yes, not all, but some. So what we're trying to do is make a foundation that has a lot less red tape, where we can have somebody go out and get you a ramp so you can get in and out of your home. Or if you need, like rails for the bathroom, if you need things to set up your home so you're safe. We also want to get some therapists involved because it does affect your recovery, does affect the way that you recover. Like it really does. Your mind and your state of mind have a huge impact on how quickly and how well you recover. Now, with that being said, and now all these stories coming out, if you think about it, and there is no mental health help in rehabilitation. Now, that's something that's really hard for me to understand because your whole life just changed. You're a new person. So, and then you get into being abused. So now your trauma and now your re-trauma. It's just, there's a lot. We would like to have therapists come on board that would be able to meet with our clients and also, have a human connection
Yeah.
and a way to get people back home where they are safe.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the reason why I picked this specific article is for two reasons. One, I actually worked there. I was 17. I worked there for a few months right after I had my oldest daughter. And what I thought then and what I think now, I wasn't impressed with the way they I never seen abuse, but they were not very friendly to the staff. And that wasn't all of them because this nursing home is one of the best in the state. And I'm not sure if it still is, but it used to actually be run by a priest who was amazing. God rest his soul. Father Marino was an amazing man.
Mm-hmm.
And he lived on like the premises and he ran the nursing. It was part of the Catholic. I don't know if it still is, but I do know when I was there, that's what it was. So, and it's an extremely hard rehabilitation program to get into. And I know that personally because I actually tried to get into it. And there's no way. So that's one reason. And the other reason is because this specific nursing home that we're going to speak about tonight, well, one of them was also, I mean, they even used to have a little petting zoo so that the elderly people could go out and pet. They had goats and sheep and chickens, and he had it all set up really nice for him. And here's the thing. I don't know what happened. If this is the best that they have to offer, and this is considered one of the best facilities, this should really make you stop and say, wait a minute. So anyway, the other reason why I picked this one is because it's also my hometown in Rhode Island. As you all know, I'm in Maine now, but this is where I lived for 43 years. So
Mm.
I am going to read this to you because it's an ongoing case. It was released on July 26th, 2024. It was from ABC Channel 6, Providence in Rhode Island. And it was by what I'm going to share with you was written by Mr. Christopher Boardman.
Mm.
So this is one of the stories, and this is what gets me at the end. I want to point something else out. So here we go. Providence, Rhode Island, WLNE. A Richmond, that's another town that's in Rhode Island, nurse has been charged for, I can't use certain words. Actually, we'll cut out some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Assaulting a patient at, you ready? Bayview Rehabilitation at Scalabrini in North Kingstown in December of 2023. Scott Lesky, 54, was charged with 1 count of first-degree sexual assault, 1 account of second-degree sexual assault, and 2 counts of a patient abuse on July 24th in Washington County Superior Court. Now, remember, I said this happened in December.
Right.
Now, and this man was in a rehabilitation. He was not in the nursing home section. He was in a quote unquote rehabilitation. Okay. Bayview Rehabilitation. So it wasn't like he was going to be eventually going home, apparently, because he was in the rehabilitation stage. So he is accused of assaulting a 77-year-old male patient in the early morning hours of December 16th, 2023. Now, he didn't get charged until July. Another employee of the nursing home discovered Lesky during the assault. Now, another nurse physically seen him doing this to a patient, and it still took this long for this man to be arrested. Why?
Mm.
Why did it take this long if there was an eyewitness?
Right.
Okay. The victim. So during another nursing home employee discovered him during the assault, and the victim reported the incident to staff and his family the following day, because it was like 5 something in the morning, they said, according to Attorney General Peter F. Nerona's office. Lesky is scheduled for a bail review / status conference on August 13th in Washington County Superior Court. If you can do that to somebody that's in rehabilitation, what stops you to do that to a child, to somebody? You're doing this to a person that you know can't defend themselves.
Right.
Yet you're going to give them bail and let them go for 6 months? Make this make sense.
Mm.
How is it possible when you have an eyewitness. Were the police called immediately?
Should have
If the
been.
police were not called immediately, then there's a bigger problem. Because now then we have to start to wonder is how many more have been hidden.
Mm.
So you got to love responses. Bayview Rehabilitation at Scalabrini, Administrator Armani Cipi released the following statement on the incident. Now, you're talking about a person that's already been going through it. They're in rehabilitation, trying to get back home. They've already been traumatized. Now they've been traumatized again, and you're leaving them in the same facility. Okay? And this is what they have to say about it. Bayview Rehabilitation at Scalabrini has fully cooperated with law enforcement and state regulatory authorities during their investigation of a former employee. We remain deeply saddened by the incident, and our thoughts are with the victim and the family members as the case proceeds through the court system. Bayview is committed to providing high-quality care to all residents. We conduct rigorous background checks on all employees. How rigorous? What is the background check?
Mm.
Not only that, but I'm sorry, your thoughts and, it says we're deeply saddened and your thoughts are with the victim and family members. Well, guess what? That's not helping them.
Right.
That's not. And here's the thing. This is happening every day in a nursing home in this country. What if it was you or one of your loved ones? How would you feel if it took 6 months and you had an eyewitness and you were still there? How safe would you feel? How
Not safe.
well would your recovery and your rehabilitation go? Where would your mental I don't know this man. So where would your mental status be?
A mess.
I can tell you I can't understand that man or where he came from because but when I was in one of the nursing homes, I had to go back to the hospital and they brought me back. And I woke up. Now, I'm a rape survivor. I woke up to the two head nurses rubbing their hands all over my body under my Johnny. I woke up and I yelled, "What are you doing?" They wouldn't answer me. The only thing I could do at that point is yell. I mean, I started screaming, "You are, what's the word? Wait a minute. Violating me.
Mm.
Stop violating me. You are violating me."
Wow.
So they left. They never came back in my room again. They weren't allowed. But this was they were looking for bed sores. They knew I already had one from their neglect, but they had gotten in trouble because the hospital seen that they weren't treating it. They were told where it was. They knew where it was. They said they were checking. You don't check with your hands. you check with your eyes, not your hands. And they actually got angry at me for saying you're violating me. But they were.
Hmm.
Absolutely that. And I don't want, nobody deserves to go through this. People deserve, and people do heal quicker in their own home. You're more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
in your own home. So there's a lot of questions, and it's a story that I think we're going to follow to see how many of our questions we can actually get answered. And not just answered, not like, oh, we're deeply set. Okay, you probably had that already put out, printed out from like whatever. That's just a PR statement.
Yeah.
That's not something from them saying their feelings. That's a quick standard statement. And I
Mm-hmm.
know why they're doing it. It's because they're afraid of being sued, which they probably will be, and with good cause. And what exactly is the vetting process? Oh, and like I was saying earlier, and then I'm going to hand it off to Janelle for a few minutes. Like I was saying earlier about the vetting process and what is the vetting process is, and I'm not making this political, the person who had the attempt on former President Trump. Want to take a guess at what he did for work? He worked as an aide in a nursing home. Yet, they say there were things on his social media that were concerning going back. So, okay, he had no criminal history because he either hadn't gotten caught yet or he was getting pretty good. One of the two. If everybody was safe and you could do we wouldn't be having people going to court. We wouldn't be sending people to jail for murder and a lot, you know. And it's sad, but something needs to be done. No way should that have taken that long for that man to be arrested and charged.
Mm.
Not when there was an eyewitness. My first question was immediately, did anybody call the police? And again, that's where the Doodle Den Foundation comes in. If we have eyes on somebody and we're able to build the connection with them and they let us know that something happened, and if it's ever anything abusive, that's an automatic police call. Automatic. Our number one priority is the person in rehabilitation getting back to living their best possible life.
Correct.
So, Janelle, you have some things you want to share with us. So, I am going to be quiet because guys, I'm sorry. My brain is like a giant ball of Play Doh. And I know I'm all over the place, but I've taken a few seizures and I'm having a little bit of problems cognitively. So if I'm jumping all over the place or
You're not.
getting
You're
that.
not. You're doing
So,
fine.
Janelle, why don't you take over for a little bit and OMG, my battery's low. It never charged. Okay. So, Janelle, go ahead. Why don't you go with
So I've been doing a lot
what
of,
you were going to?
yep, I've been reading about different articles and some of the different things that have been going on. And I made up a list of the problems that are happening that the Doodle Den does not stand for. And these are the problems that we want to come together and solve. So
Exactly.
the first problem is that these nursing homes are, like you said, they're the hiring process, um, it's not proper.
No,
They're not doing the acceptable methods that they need to do.
no, they're really not. You're talking about nurses that have also access to drugs. So, what are they going to drug a patient?
Right. Another key point I have is they're failing to provide the adequate medical treatment. There,
Yes,
there are situations where the patients are being humiliated, mistreated.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
There's patients that are dealing with physical, emotional, sexual, and verbal abuse. And
Yes,
there's
a
a
lot
lot of
of it.
yeah, a lot.
You
Uh,
don't realize how big this problem is until you start going down that rabbit hole.
yeah. There's patients that are being under medicated. They're not getting the proper medications.
Yes. Or the medication on time.
Correct. That's right. And even patients are being discharged before they should be.
Or, and the opposite,
Right.
they're holding them there longer than they need to be.
Correct. Yep.
Because, and our, the Doodle Den wants to get it so that people can go back to their homes.
Correct.
We would like to be able to have people go into their homes and help them with what they need and let them go through physical therapy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, every state will have a physical therapist come to your home through your insurance. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, nurse, CNA, they can all go to your home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an idea of getting somebody to come in to help maybe make dinner, do dishes, laundry, what have you, until they're able to. And let them really get the other problem that we can add to that list is the physical therapy aspect. 45 minutes a day for 5 days a week isn't going to do it.
Mm. Correct.
Do you have the 12 signs of abuse or do I? And this is something really important that we want people to watch out for. If you have a loved one today or any day in the future in a nursing home facility for rehabilitation or just for being in a nursing home because they need the assistance, there are 12 signs of abuse. Janelle, do you have that list?
You're gonna have to give me a minute and let me check.
All right. I might have it too. And I also wanted to throw in there are actually 4 R's to rehabilitation. And hold on, I'll get there. What are the 4 R's of rehabilitation? Rehydrate, regain. That means regain your life, regain the muscle, regain the use, rebuild, strengthen back up, and refuel. In the realm of physical therapy, the 4 R's framework provides a helpful guide to getting the most out of your rehabilitation. And I believe, wait a minute, I might have it right here. Hold on one second. Jillian, can you come here, please? Okay, that's what types of, I have so many. I got it. Can you get me the charger? My battery never charged on the computer and I just got a low battery warning.
You still are?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Where is it?
Over.
Over.
So, a nursing home abuse is occurs when caretakers harm residents at a long-term care facility, whether that's for rehabilitation or it's, you have to stay there. This abuse can result in trauma, medical emergencies, and even death. I have seen numerous stories where the people have actually perished. And that's okay. That might be not, maybe. All right. It's usually a little that goes in there.
This is the only cord that was over there.
All right. That might be why. Okay. Sorry, guys. So,
Oh.
Unfortunately,
I can't plug it in.
more. All right. Don't worry about it. Go away. More and more is coming out. So I'm trying. Okay, that's going into our statistics. Hold on. There are 12. It can cause bruising, cuts, broken bones, and maybe even be hidden or unreported by staff, which makes me wonder if that is part of why this man, it took so long. And then it's nursing home neglect. Nursing home neglect, even if unintentional, harms resident is unacceptable. Now, it has an example. In Iowa, a resident fell after moving around her room unattended because she couldn't get help. Nurses neglected to send her to the hospital for 16 hours, leading her to pass away. How is that okay?
And this is just
Another section,
right?
Huh?
These are just examples, right?
Yes, but these are actually true things that have happened. Sexual assault. An Illinois nursing home chaplain was arrested and sentenced to 14 years for abusing multiple residents. Are you kidding me? 12 years? Multiple residents? how emotional abuse. 2 Chicago staff members were arrested tormenting a dementia patient. I mean, financial abuse.
Jeez.
25-year-old woman arrested for stealing nearly $20,000 from multiple residents. And you know what? I understand that because guess what? Stuff disappeared out of my purse while I was there. So I'm going, and you will get the links on our Facebook page and our website. So nursing home abuse and neglect warning signs, and please always watch out for these, include bed sores, especially stage 4 bed sores, broken bones and fractures, and welts on the skin. If you look at their legs, look at their arms, make sure that you're not seeing bruising or welts or cuts, lacerations, and skin tears. Dehydration and malnutrition, facial and dental injuries, falls that causes fractures or head injuries, infections that turn into sepsis. I ended up with staph infections, unexplained STDs. Figure that one out. So what are you doing? Drugging them? And unexplained weight loss. Or if, and I hate to say this, you have a family or friend in a nursing home and they are there for rehabilitation and they pass away, look into it. Don't believe everything you're told. Janelle, do you agree?
Yeah. 100%.
With what we've been finding?
Yeah.
This is all over the country. And this is a huge thing. And the Doodle Den Foundation wants to be here. And we have a community to help those heal mentally, spiritually, physically. And you can't do that if you're abused or being abused. You can't. You can't do that if you're uncomfortable.
Right.
You can't do that. As you said, Janelle, the things that you have written down that you have found that are major problems. Even with things, you're right on. But as we go, unfortunately, that list keeps growing.
Yep.
Just when you think you've seen it or heard it, something else comes out that you're like, what in the world? We want to be able to help as many people as we possibly can.
Right.
Next, that's our goal, is to get out there, get our chapters going.
Yep.
Have our Doodle Den family. Our Doodle Den family includes everybody in our community, our donors, our sponsors. If you are a small business, we don't mind doing shout outs and doing sponsors. So we can do, sponsor it. it goes on. We need, without the help from people in the community that are becoming part of our family, this won't happen.
Correct.
And it needs to. It's not an option for it not to work, especially when you start looking at the numbers. Next week, we're going to do part 2 in our series, and it's going to be going over some really scary statistics. Such as, now think about this. Think about how many people are in nursing homes, rehabilitation centers. Like, really think about it. Now, 1 in 3 people, that's a third, end up abused in a nursing home.
Yes.
1 in 3.
And these are your loved
That tells you,
know.
right? Exactly. And something needs to be done. There needs to be a place for people and a family that understands. So our family and our community involves all of our clients, all of our sponsors, all of our people that do donations, all of the people who, if you would like a pamphlet, we do have pamphlets. Please get a hold of us. Give us your email address, your mailing address. We can send out cards and pamphlets as well. Janelle, I'm probably going to be sending you some very, very soon. Or, well, we'll see how that works. So we're going to keep going down this rabbit hole. And we have more research to do for next week still with the statistics. We're only scratching the surface.
Right.
We just started this, and the doodle, let's get people out of situations that, 1, they didn't ask for. 2, puts them in danger. If you think about it, 1 out of 3, that puts your loved one in danger if you're putting them in there. Odds are not with them. So the Doodle Den Foundation is committed to helping those who are in the recovery process of their rehabilitation after a major injury or illness. And that includes copays, prescription medicine. Like, if you need help with prescriptions. That means, like I've said before, ramps. That means if, you need to have doorways widened. That means if you need a ring doorbell. That means if you need assistance. That means getting our volunteers out into the nursing homes, and also doing the campground, the Doodle Den Foundation campground, where once a month throughout the year, because where we're located, there's always festivals 12 months of the year, and there's always something going on. So once a month, we're going to choose a person to, when they're far enough along in their recovery and they're in a better spot, to be able to bring their family or a couple of their friends out and stay in one of our fully handicapped accessible cabins. to get him away from the noise, get him away from the doctors. And I can't tell you how much nature is how healing nature really is.
I agree.
And I wanted to also touch real close and give an update on the pupperoos.
Mm.
So, Miss Moxie has a new trick. She has learned where Sarah Doodle, who is our mascot, dog food is because she's still on puppy kibble. And now she goes over the gate every time she comes in and gets herself a snack. And then goes back. They are hysterical. What they get into, we have videos going up of them very soon, more pictures. I got lots of pictures. And within, I believe, the next 3 weeks, we're actually going to be able to do our lives. I have a screen house going up. So we're going to be able to do our lives outside. And the pupperoos will be joining us. So people will be able to get to see them again live,
Good.
even though they will probably jump on my head, but it could be worse. So that I don't want to say that brings us to a close for tonight because it's not really closed. That's part one. This will all come together.
Mm-hmm.
And you may end up having to go back and watch like stage 1, 2, like the different series in order to understand where we're going with this. But you will be able to understand. So we do ask again for any kind of donation, including volunteering, medical equipment. Our contact information is in the comments, as is our website, thedoodledenfoundation.org, where you can make a donation or send a check. Everything is tax deductible, and as we are a IRS that is confirmed by the IRS. Janelle, is there anything else that you would like to say?
Just how important it is that the Doodle Den, we get volunteers and that people check out our website. There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Yes, absolutely.
And if
And
you
you know
ever,
what I wanted to throw in there?
yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead. I wanted to throw in there, if you would like to share your story and you've gone through the rehabilitation process and you have a story and you would like to talk about it and bring it to the forefront, if you had a bad
experience.
what do you call it? Yes, thank you. Or a good experience. Or if you think there's something that the Doodle Den should be doing, or something that something that we're missing that is help that's needed, let
Right.
us know. Because we know what was missing from our perspectives. But we all have different needs. We all have different diagnoses. We all have different, and with every injury or illness and with every person, it's different. No two are ever going to be the same, ever.
Right.
So, Janelle, what do you think about Do you have anything else? Now that I like cut you off and I feel evil,
I was just
I'll
gonna
get
say
them up.
if
I promise.
anybody has been through any of these situations or knows somebody, you're always welcome to come on, and you can email us, call us, and we will always answer.
Reach out.
Right. Reach out.
Exactly. Reach out. It may take us a day or two sometimes, depending on what's going on, but one of us will get back to you. It'll be myself, Janelle, Ray, Stephanie. What you will hear from one of us
Right.
where we can, set something up. So that's going to conclude the first section episode, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode is actually going to continue kind of into the next episode. All of these episodes are going to be connected. They're building on top of each other like building blocks to give everybody a full idea of what's going on and what we stand for. And we ask you to stand with us. You never know when it's going to be you or a loved one that's going to need help.
Right. And we want to help.
We want to help regardless of age or income. Now, granted, if you're a millionaire and you can afford the best of best, will we help you? Absolutely. But the financial end might be a little touchy if you're a millionaire. However, we will still help you as far as having eyes on you, have it, getting if you need assistance, because a lot of times you don't know where to go to get this stuff. You need a ramp. Who do I call? How do I get the money? So there's a lot of things that we can work on. And this will build. And next week we are going to work on the statistics. So until next week, my friends, we will see you. Please consider joining our den and our family by donating and share. Can't say it enough. Share this video on your page. Let's get the name of the Doodle Den Foundation out there. The faster we do, the faster we can get to your state.
That's right.
And we will do this. But we need everybody's help.
Correct.
And this all goes back to letting people feel like they're humans. They're not broken. They may be broken temporarily, spirit-wise, like emotion, everything. But I promise you, you can do this and you can overcome it. And there is help out there. We are here. Please let your family and friends know. Share, consider donating. We also have items for sale on our foundation page. We have our hoodie sweatshirts with our logo. I love them. And we have some pendants and some other journal. We have some really cool things on there, as Janelle had stated. All proceeds goes directly to the Doodle Den Foundation. And that goes directly to helping somebody who is in a position and a situation that is very scary very real, and very confusing. We want to be able to help you get the answers that you need as well, because a lot of times you can't get a straight answer. We will advocate for you. That is part of what the Doodle Den is. We will advocate for you to make sure that you are good, you are safe, and you are spending the least amount of possible time in a nursing home.
Correct.
And like I said, don't get me wrong, not all nursing homes are bad. And I'm going to say, Scalabrini Villa has always been one of the better nursing homes in the state of Rhode Island. And it was always clean. It's a very nice place. I know what it was when I worked there. But I don't know how it works now. So,
Right.
but we are going to keep on that case, and we will give you updates as we're finding them out, because I'm going to do a little digging,
Mm-hmm.
because without information, we can't help. So I would like to say a good night to everybody for this week. Like I said, questions, comments, anything, feel free. You can leave a comment on the page. There's also a contact button on our website. And there's also a button at the very top. It's blue in the right-hand corner that says need help. And that will automatically bring you so that you can send us an email. So we hope that this is kind of an eye-opening experience. And right now your eyes are only just beginning to see the tip of the iceberg. Wait until you see the rest of what we've got coming in the coming weeks, and as well as the guest speakers we have coming in. We have some good ones coming. And don't forget, I will be putting the link on our page. Well, Erin will be putting the link on our page. We are doing Pampered Chef, actually offered us, because they had sponsored us once before. They are sponsoring us again for Pampered Chef items. 20% of all sales from the Pampered Chef goes to the Doodle Den Foundation.
That's awesome.
And isn't that awesome? So you can actually start shopping. It doesn't technically begin until August 1st, but you can start shopping early, and the link will be up there. So that is also another way you can help while getting your kitchen gadgets. And they do have some really cool kitchen gadgets. So thank you to our representative, Kendra, for that. And thank you for sponsoring us and coming back to us and asking us if you could work with us again. That was awesome. Thank you. So before my battery completely dies, and because I cannot see Janelle pretty much at all anymore, she's in the dark. I will. There she is. She was hiding. We will see you all next Monday, where we can kind of touch on this, maybe get a little bit more info, and I'm sure we'll bring another story with us and the statistics, and I'm sure you're gonna be very interested in that. So I hope everybody has a great week, and I know Janelle does too.
Mm-hmm.
She's very quiet. She does talk sometimes. My problem is I don't shut up. So we want to thank everybody for taking the time out and watching this video, and please join us next week for part 2 at 7 p.m. on Monday's Moments.
Hey, we balance each
Are
other
we
out.
good?
now.
Yes, we definitely do. Janelle is my bonus child, and let me tell you, she's awesome. I couldn't ask for a better one.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too, kid. So we will now be good and try and figure out. I'm not good in math and statistics. I've got a lot of math ahead of me coming because, yeah. So this should be interesting. Lots of coffee in my future. So, okay, guys, everybody have a great week. Everybody stay healthy. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or would want to help, reach out to us. Thank you so much, and thank you for being part of our community. We appreciate and value each and every one of you. Please like, share, follow. We're also on Instagram, YouTube. There's like 6 platforms we're on. So we'll figure out the rest of them, and I'll get the rest of those links up on the page. I can't think of them at this moment. So, okay. So Janelle, I will be speaking to you soon.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be seeing everybody next week at 7 p.m. So until then, we hope everybody has a safe and happy week.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, Janelle. Thanks, everybody. Janelle, thank you for helping and being on the board and taking this so serious and working with us. You're a valued member of our den.
Oh, thank you. I honor to be.
You're welcome. Thanks. And it's only going to get bigger. And our community is going to grow and grow and grow. A community is not just your town. It's your people.
Mm-hmm.
So until then, have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye, Janelle.
Bye.
See you next week, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.